Good evening, my precious friends. I'm here tonight to talk to you about cellulose, food grade cellulose powder, also sometimes called microcrystalline cellulose. And why are we bothering to talk about this? Well, cellulose is a real common food additives, and yes, it is made from the pulp of certain kinds of wood, but then so is artificial vanilla extract, but that's another story. And carnivores, a carnivore dieter, cellulose is common in processed food, but the kinds of things that a carnivore dieter would be exposed to it in are going to be things like shredded bagged cheese, yogurt, ice cream, some kinds of processed meat products, supplement powders, and powdered spice blends. So, what's up? What's the deal? Why am I bothering to mention it? Well, the reason is because I'm kind of ticked off. Because recently, over the past couple of months, I've heard a couple of carnivore diet advocates that I really have admired saying some really dumb stuff. And specifically, the dumb thing that I want to talk about today is carnivore dieters saying, to be fair, other people besides carnivore dieters have been saying it, but my concern is with the carnivore diet advocates who are saying this. Really don't care what anybody else says about it. Carnivore dieter, respectable ones with public platforms who are saying that if something has cellulose powder in it, food grade cellulose powder, it's basically sawdust. No, that is absolutely 100% qualitatively, provably incorrect, and you should stop saying it. Okay? Wood pulp or sawdust is whole, pulverized wood tissue. That's what it is. It's only about 40% cellulose by weight in general. It varies a little bit by the variety of tree, but 40% cellulose, thereabouts, by weight. And the rest of it, besides the water, is dozens of biogenic compounds like terpenes and resins and lignins and alcohols and phenols and aldehydes and even fatty acids and triglycerides. Food grade cellulose powder is 97%, just food grade cellulose powder is 97% cellulose. And of that 3%, the rest of it is largely hemicellulose, which is a closely related compound. Microcrystalline cellulose, anything that's marketed as microcrystalline cellulose, must be 100% cellulose. Okay, so saying that food grade cellulose powder or microcrystalline cellulose is basically the same as eating sawdust is bullshit. It would be the same thing as saying, oh, well, bovine collagen peptide powder is basically the same thing as eating hooves and skin. No. Any idiot can see the difference. So I don't know why anybody would say something so blatantly dumb as microcrystalline cellulose is sawdust. I don't know why anybody would say something that provably stupid, but people are saying it. Okay? It's stupid. It's verifiably, provably false. You can prove it false to yourself with a 15-minute search on the internet. All right? And the reason it makes me mad, not just because it's dumb, but not specifically because it's dumb, but there are a lot of people nowadays, especially in the US government and probably in Canada and the UK and down under as well, powerful enough that would like to make life for carnivore diet advocates difficult. They are our detractors, and they want to make us look stupid. And I don't appreciate it when people who are ostensibly part of the carnivore dieter community say stuff like this, because these people in positions of power already think the carnivore diet is crazy. They already think we're crazy. And they can point to these kind of statements and say, look, they're stupid too. They actually believe this stuff. So don't believe anything they say. They're dangerous nutcases and they're dumb. So, don't listen to any of them. And by the way, you can ignore everything else they say about the carnivore diet too. You're shooting your community in the foot. You're giving our detractors ammunition. Please, either stop saying that stupid stuff or shut up. I realize I'm being hard on some people, but you know what? It's warranted. That's just one of the most ridiculous and stupid things I have heard in a long, long time. There are no food manufacturers in the US, and probably not in Europe or Australia or New Zealand either, who are legally putting sawdust in your food. It's not happening. Okay? Now, you don't like cellulose powder? Fine, that's reasonable. You don't want to eat cellulose powder? That's reasonable too. You don't think any human beings should eat cellulose powder? And maybe you're angry because you feel like industry has been less than truthful about the legitimate physical effects of cellulose powder on human digestion? Well, that's really reasonable. But I don't care how passionate you are or how angry you are about it. It doesn't give you license to make shit up. Stop it. Now, having said all of that, I still love you all. Even people who say dumb stuff. That's it. I wish you peace, love, and meat.